Hello fellow travelers, I'm super excited to share my first experience flying business class with Etihad on their 787 Dreamliner aircraft from the Maldives to Abu Dhabi, Etihad's main hub. Now when it comes to luxurious business class experiences, Middle Eastern airlines really set the bar high. Qatar Airways is currently ranked as the world's best airline, with Emirates at number 3 and of course, Etihad is right up there too. Although Etihad slipped a bit in the overall rankings this year, dropping from the 13th to the 19th place, they still hold the 12th spot for the best business class cabin. In this video, I'll take you through my journey. By the way, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like to help with the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, consider hitting that subscribe button. Your support means a lot to me. Alright, let's get started. As I stepped onto the aircraft and turned left into the business class studio, I was immediately captivated by the stunning seats. The beautiful beige tones really stood out, and I found the color scheme on the 787 much more appealing than on the A350. Even though the reverse herringbone seats are a bit boxy, their luxurious and elegant design more than makes up for it. The highlight for me was a gorgeous lie-flat seat with a huge leather headrest stamped with the Poltrona Frau logo. I looked up Poltrona Frau and discovered it's a high-end Italian furniture company. The seat is covered in breathable fabric, offering both comfort and style. It is 22 inches wide and extends to 80 inches when fully reclined, providing a cozy bed for long flights. One thing to remember when booking even number seats is that they are facing forward, while odd number seats are backward facing. The seat has some of the best features. One of them is that you can make the seat firmer or softer for your comfort. On the seat, there's a silky, cozy pillow that adds to the comfort. Next to the seat, there's a stylish lamp that enhances the luxurious feel, along with a small, somewhat plain counter. It also served as a storage area for headphones and a bottle of water. After I took out the headphones, it was the right size for my small chest bag. Below, there's a storage space for magazines and small bags, and near the floor, there's a power outlet. Why it's placed so low? I have no idea. Right in front of me was a generously sized entertainment screen, perfect for long flights. Below it, there's a decent-sized footwell with a silky fleece blanket. Beside the screen is the tray table. This is a well-thought-out location of the tray table. It's not obstructive. And you simply pull it back in when you're done using it. It's like it didn't exist. Next to the tray table is a small touchscreen controls for the seat, lights, and windows, an entertainment remote, and 2 USB ports. Everything you need within easy reach. However, one thing that caught my eye was that the seat wasn't as spotless as one I've experienced with Emirates and Qatar Airways. It's a small detail, but it stood out for me. While I was busy snapping photos and videos of the seat amenities, the flight attendant came by with a welcome drink, an orange juice. Earlier, she had asked if I preferred champagne or orange juice. Since it was a bit too early for alcohol, I went with the orange juice. Warm towels were handed out to all passengers a few minutes later. While still on the ground, I checked out the entertainment options. Etihad provides an over-the-ear noise-cancelling headset, but I couldn't figure out the brand. Even though they're made of plastic, they feel pretty premium, and the sound quality is solid. The entertainment screen is bright with crisp colors, and the touch response is quite good, though not as smooth as what you get with Qatar Airways or Emirates. The selection of movies and TV shows, however, seemed a bit older ones. But this was my first time flying with Etihad and it was only a 3-hour flight, so that might explain the limited choices. And because this is only a 3-hour flight, there is no amenity kit. One of the things I always get excited about flying business class is the food, so I looked up the menu. It was printed on a pretty ordinary paper. Is Etihad cutting cost? This might explain the drop in ranking. It is those details that matter when flying business or first class. Since this is a short flight, there is only one meal service. There were 2 options for appetizer, 3 for the main course, and 3 for dessert. I went with the Arabic meze for the appetizer, the fillet of beef for the main course, and a mousse cake for dessert. As I was still deciding my food selection, we left the Maldives. Let me show you snippets of the beauty of the Maldives from the sky. If you have the chance, visit this beautiful country. People always say it's expensive to vacation in the Maldives, but if you know what you're doing, it is not as expensive as visiting Hawaii. It might be even cheaper to vacation in the Maldives than in Hawaii. Again, if you are still watching at this time, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Once we reached cruising altitude, I decided to check out the internet on this flight. It took a bit of time to connect, but eventually I got the options. If you have an Etihad guest account, you get free Wi-Fi for chatting and messaging, but that's about it. If you want to surf the net, you have to pay $9.99 or use points, 1,200 miles or points. I get that airlines have to pay the internet provider, right? But if you're shelling out $3,000 to $12,000 per seat, shouldn't internet access be free? This is where Singapore Airlines really shines because it offers free internet even those in economy class. That said, the internet speed was okay. You can check your social media feed, but streaming videos is a bit of a challenge. I kept watching the movie while waiting for the cabin crew to start serving food. I got my tray table ready. They just handed me coffee, some nuts, and a small piece of chocolate. A few minutes later, the appetizer was served. There's salad, dinner rolls, and the Arabic meze. I'm no expert on Arabic meze platters, but I think this one has most of the essentials. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. I got hummus, tabbouleh, dolma, olives, fritters, and flatbreads. I tasted the dolma first and it was really good, not too tangy or sweet. Sometimes when I have dolma on the mainland, it's too sour. Next, I tried the hummus. I always love hummus for its nutty taste. I spread it over the flatbread and added tabbouleh and olives, and it made for a fantastic appetizer. Nutty, tangy, bitter, and sweet all at once. Then came the main course, fillet of beef. At first glance, the presentation looked a bit shabby. But when I tried to cut the meat, I didn't even need a steak knife. It was so tender that it just fell apart. Incredible tenderness of the beef. And the taste? Absolutely amazing. It was perfectly cooked, tender, and juicy. The veggies were also spot on, especially the potatoes, which was seasoned to perfection. The meal was ended with a heavenly dessert, chocolate mocha mousse cake. The mousse in the center of the plate with some berries on both sides and on top. So what I love about the mousse is it was not too sweet and the bitterness is not overpowering. It was a perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness. After the meal, I was ready to catch some sleep, but just 10 minutes later, the captain announced we'd be landing in 30 minutes, so I had to get ready for arrival in Abu Dhabi. Did anyone else notice the sand looked pink? I hope you enjoyed this video. Etihad is a fantastic airline to fly business class. If you want to watch my review of Asiana Airlines on the A380, click on the thumbnail. Until next time, fellow travelers, bye for now.